The title of today's story is The Pessimist. 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 The pessimist is a person. A person, you know. This is a person. His nose, his eyes, his ear, his glasses. He is bald. You know. His mustache, and he looks not happy. He looks not happy, right? And he looks a bit angry. He looks a bit angry. Okay? So the pessimist is a person. Okay? Person who always expects bad things to happen. Always expects bad things to happen. Okay? So a person, you know, a person, its meaning, what does it mean? What does this, yeah, exactly, a person. Who always, expects, يتوقع, always expects bad things, yeah, to happen. شخص اللي دائما يتوقع حصول الأشياء السيئة. Pessimist. Okay? Not optimist, smiling, happy, you know, optimist, pessimist. Always expects bad things to happen. To happen حصول دائما يتوقع حصول الأشياء السيئة. Always expects bad things. Always thinking of bad things. There is a man. This man lives in a small village. This man lives in a small village. This man lives in a small village. This is a small village. Small village. This man lives in a small village. Small village. Yeah, small village in Spain. Yeah. In Spain. This man lives in a small village. This village in Spain. His name is Munta. This person has a name. His name is Munta. His name is Munta. This is me in the story. This is me in the story. This story is about me. is about me. I live in a small village. I live in a small village in Spain. In this village, the people in this village, the people, what does it mean? People.
Nice.
Yeah. The people in this village call me the pessimist man. They call me the pessimist man. They call me the pessimist man. The pessimist man. What does it mean? The pessimist man.
رجل شامي.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. People in this village call me the pessimist man. Yeah, I have a bad reputation. I have a bad reputation. I have a bad reputation in the village. Reputation. Sum'ah. Yeah. They call me the pessimist man. Is this a good reputation or a bad reputation? Yeah, bad reputation, okay? So they call me the pessimist man because I complain. I complain about everything. Complain. أشكو أتذمر. Okay? I complain about everything. When it is raining, when it is raining, I complain. When it is sunny, when it is sunny, what does it mean? Sunny. Sunny. Mushmis. Yeah, mushmis. Sunny. When it is sunny, I complain. When it is sunny, I complain. When someone like this guy, spiky hair, smiles. When someone smiles at me, smile. When someone smiles at me, I complain. When someone like this lady, this is a lady, okay, so
Like this lady.
when someone frowns at me, frown, at me, I complain. Frown, like this. Frown at me. When someone frowns at me, I complain. When I see people smiling, smile. When I see people smiling, I complain. When I see people frowning, I complain. When I don't see people, I complain. I complain about everything. When I taste, okay, taste. When I taste, يتذوق. when I taste sweet food. Taste. يتذوق. Taste. It's the same. Taste. 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 When I taste sweet food. Sweet. Yes, sweet food. When I taste sweet food, I complain. When I taste bitter food, bitter, more bitter. When I taste bitter food, I complain. When I taste sour food, sour, lemon, sour, like lemon, I complain. When I taste sweet food, bitter food, sour food, what else? What's bitter food, sour food? When I taste, I complain. I don't like bitter food. I don't like sweet food. I don't like sour food. When I hear noise, when I hear noise, I complain. When I hear noise, I complain. Noise. Okay. So I complain about everything. I complain. Where is complain? Yeah, I complain about everything. When it's raining, when it's sunny, when I see people, when I don't see people, when I see people smiling, frowning, I complain. When I taste sweet food, bitter food, sour food, I complain. When I hear noise, I complain. I complain about everything. One day, my house, this is my house. I have a beautiful house. One day, my beautiful house, burned. My house was on fire. My house was on fire. Okay? Was on fire. My house was on fire. On fire means burning. On fire, burning. My house was burning. Okay? There was a tap water. This is a tap water. Tap water? Yeah. This is a tap. This is a tap water. There was a tap water. There was a pail. There was a pail. Pail. There was a pail. There was a hose, you know. There was a hose. Hose. What does hose mean? Yeah, hose. Pail, tap. So my house was on fire. My house was on fire. My house was burning, burning. And there was a tap. There was a pail. There was a hose. But I didn't do anything. I stood front of my house, I stood front of. This is my house. I stood front of my house like this and started to complain. I didn't do anything. I didn't use the tap water. I didn't use? What does that mean? Yeah. I didn't use the tap water. I didn't use the pail. I didn't use the hose. I didn't use these tools. Tool? Yeah, right. Tools. I stood. I stood. Stand. I am standing. Now, right now, I'm standing. I'm standing. Okay? I'm standing. You got it?
Yes.
Okay. Stood in the past. Yeah. I'm standing now in the present. I'm standing. Okay. So I stood here, front of. What does it mean? Front of. Yeah. Front of my house and started to complain. I said, "Oh my God, why me? Oh my God, why me? Why me? Why me? What have I done to deserve this? What have I done to deserve this? أنا شنو سويت حتى أستحق هذا? What have I done to deserve this? Oh my God, why me? What do I do now?" Okay, I continued to complain all night. All night I continued. Yeah, I continued to complain all night. All night I'm complaining. Okay, I didn't use the tap water, the pail, the hose. I didn't use them to extinguish the fire. To extinguish the fire. I didn't use the water to extinguish the fire. To extinguish the fire. Extinguish. I didn't use these tools to extinguish the fire. With that? Okay. So next day I went to my neighbors. Here is David's house. Here is very good. Okay, some space. So next day I went to my neighbors. This is Julian's house, and this is David's house. My neighbors. Okay. Ian didn't have a house. Okay. Just David and Julia, my neighbors. Okay. My neighbors. Yeah. My neighbors. So I went to my neighbors. I went.
أروح من
Went.
ذهبت.
Yeah, exactly. Went. Go. Went.
ويريد تيجي مثل وين تاني.
Want. Yeah. Went.
خربط.
Want. Okay. Okay, so I went to my neighbors. I knocked on their doors. I knocked on David's door. I knocked on Julian's door. I knocked on their doors. And I went to blame them. I went to blame. I went to blame them. ألومهم. I went to blame them. I told them, why didn't you come and help me? Why didn't you come? You are my neighbors, and my house burning, my beautiful house on fire, burning on fire. Why didn't you come and help me to extinguish the fire? Extinguish the fire. Why didn't you come and help me? It's all because of you. My house burned because of you. It's all because of you. You are responsible. You are responsible. You are responsible. Because of you, my house burned. It's all because of you. You are responsible. Responsible? Again? Yeah, exactly. You are responsible. Because of you, my house burned. Now I have no house. It's all burned. No house. It's all burned. No house. I have no house because of you. Okay? Because of questions, no comments. Just the questions. So my house burned because of you. So they told me, we are sorry for you. We are sorry for you. They were sorry for me. They told me, we are sorry for you. We didn't know. We didn't know. We were outside the village. We were outside. Outside the village. We were in another village. Another village. We were in another village. We were outside the village. We were outside the village. Another village. We were outside. Outside, what does outside mean?
Outside خارج.
Outside خارج. Outside. Another village. Another.
غير.
Yeah. آخر. قرية. أخرى. Another village. قرية. Another village. We were outside the village. We had a celebration. We had a celebration. We had a celebration. We had a celebration, celebration, احتفال. We had a celebration in another village. We had a celebration in another village. Clear? Okay. I said, what? Angrily. I said angrily. Angrily. I said angrily. Angrily. What? Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you invite me? Why didn't you invite me? Why didn't invite? Yeah. Why didn't you invite me? Why didn't you tell me? It's all because of you. It's all because of you. You are responsible. Because of you, I have no house. Julian said, no one likes pessimists. 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 No one likes pessimists. We don't like you. We don't like you. You are a pessimist. David said, as you sow, so shall you reap. As you sow, so shall you reap. As you sow, as you sow, so shall you reap. كما تزرع تحصد. As you sow, so shall you reap. Julian said, no one likes pessimists. David said, as you sow, so shall you reap. Okay? I was sad and disappointed. I was sad and disappointed. I went to a nearby river. I went to a nearby river. There was a river, you know, river, yes, yeah. This is a river. I went to a nearby, you know, nearby, yeah, قريب. Nearby river. I went to a nearby river, and so I went to a nearby river. I jumped into the river. I jumped into the river. I committed suicide. I committed suicide. Committed
Really?
suicide.
I know that.
Yeah, I committed suicide. I'm kidding. This is not what happened. I'm kidding, okay? I'm kidding. Kidding. Yeah, I'm kidding. This is not what happened. I didn't commit suicide. I didn't. I was kidding. So I went to a nearby river. There was a tree. There was a tree here. Okay? There was a tree. So I lay under the tree. I lay. Yeah, I lay under the tree. I sighed. eyesight. Eyesight. And I said, I miss my bed. I miss my pillow. I miss my, okay, this is almost a pillow. I miss my bed. I miss this. Yeah. I miss my bed. I miss my pillow. Pillow. Yeah, pillow. I miss my pillow. I miss, let me show you. I miss my, I miss my blankets. I miss my blankets. I miss my blankets. I miss my house. I miss my house. I was hungry. I said, I miss my fridge. I miss my fridge. This is my fridge. I was hungry. I was hungry. I miss my fridge. I miss my fridge. I miss my stove. I miss my stove. I miss stove. My stove. I miss my stove. I miss my stove. 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 Yeah. I miss my stove. Okay. I miss my stove. I miss my fridge. I miss my bed, my pillow. I miss my blanket. I miss my house. I gazed at the sky. I gazed at the sky. I gazed at the sky. Gazed. I gazed. I gazed at the sky. The sky was starry. The sky was starry. Starry, what does starry mean? Starry, this is a star. Yeah, starry. Starry. The sky full of stars. Stars everywhere. Everywhere stars. Okay? مليئة بالنجوم. السماء من تكون مليئة بالنجوم نسميها starry. Okay? So the sky was starry. I gazed at the starry sky for a while. I gazed for a while. A while? For a while. A while. A while فترة. I gazed for a while. I gazed for a while. Okay? I gazed for a while. Then I slept. I slept. I slept. I slept. Slept. Sleep. Slept. Slept? What does? Yeah. I slept. In my dream, okay? In my dream, I saw a wise man. 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 Wise. Called Ian. I saw a wise man called Ian. Ian was smiling. Ian was smiling. Okay. So I asked him. I asked him, I told him, "Oh wise man, please help me." Okay? I told him to help me. I told him to help me. I asked him, how can I get rid of my pessimism? What do I do to get rid of my pessimism? Pessimist, what does pessimist mean?
The person.
Pessimist.
You?
Yeah, pessimist. Pessimism. Yeah, التشاؤم. Okay. So I asked the wise man, what do I do? What do I do to get rid? What does get rid?
خلص.
أتخلص. What do I do to get rid of my pessimism? What do I do to get rid of my pessimism? What does this sentence mean?
تتخلص من الكآبة.
Yeah, exactly. The wise man told me, smile a lot. Okay? The wise man told me, smile a lot. So next day when I woke up, okay, I returned to the village. What does returned mean? Yeah, I returned to the village. Okay? I smiled all the day. All the day I'm smiling. All the day I'm smiling. All the day I'm smiling. Okay? I'm smiling. Okay? All the day I'm smiling. Whenever I see a person, whenever I see a person, I say hi, like this. The people in the village started to love me. My neighbors, Julian and David, started to love me. They even sent me flowers. They sent me flowers. Okay? The people sent me, okay? Sent the zol. Yeah, يرسل هذا in the past, yeah. Sent me flowers. David gave me a rose flower. He gave me a rose flower. He gave me a rose and said, he gave me the rose and said, as you sow, so shall you reap. As you sow, so shall you reap. Come on, that's right. Okay? He gave me a rose. They rebuild my house. They rebuild yeah, rebuild my house. They rebuild my house. I was surprised and happy. Now they call me the optimist. The optimist man. Now they call me the optimist. Pessimist. Optimist. Now they call me the optimist man. I am an optimist man. I am an optimist man. Now they call me the optimist man. And that is, my friend, the end.